can barely afford ramen at this point. Next, we have speaker number 2. Design architect Chris Miles has been with Winter Park Toastmasters for more than 4... Let's quiet down, guys. Design architect Chris Miles has been with Winter Park Toastmasters for more than 4 decades. His stories, adventures, and speeches are well known to many members. Yet, how many of you will recall his icebreaker when he first joined? He thinks it's time that you all gave him a second chance to tell you who he is and how he began his lifelong passion. In his speech, "Don't Put Your Son on the Stage with Miss Worthington," please welcome Toastmaster Chris Miles.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning. Good morning, Chris.
Well, it's more than 40 years since I gave my first Toastmaster icebreaker in Lee Road, in male-only club. Since then, I've devoted most of my time to the meetings, although there were long breaks in the 80s and 90s when I was working abroad, and so I was unable to be here. You know, I woke up in Japan and said, "It's Friday, where am I supposed to be?" "Oh, supposed to be in Winter Park." So I'm referring back to the time when I was at late school, early college, and it was Noel Coward who sang the song, "Don't put your daughter on the stage, Mrs. Worthington." I'm referring to basically Noel Coward, who sardonically downgraded the idea that you might have a stage profession, the danger of a theatrical career. And so my icebreaker occurs in 2 phases. It begins with the amateur phase. Oscar Wilde's The Importance of Being Earnest, Shakespeare's sonnets, tragedies, comedies, Milton's Paradise Lost. I grew up in a stage-struck family. My mother and father met each other in a theatre queue. Oh, it seemed only natural to follow in their footsteps. But that was before I joined the Navy. And briefly, I was in the Navy, 6 weeks. And even that was considered theatrical. Think of Admiral Lord Nelson pacing around on the deck, same as the stage of life and death. A telescope to a blind eye? Come on. I was drummed out of the Navy after my 6 weeks for color blindness. And after gaining admittance to the Oxford University, I joined quickly OUDS, Oxford University Dramatic Society, because I thought, hey, why not be an actor? And as a junior actor, my first very appearance was in The Ladies Not for Burning by Christopher Fry, a complete and unmitigated disaster. I was dressed in a medieval servant's costume, and I got swept off stage by the curtain that advanced to me to the side rather than going up. And I was carried out into the wings, complete darkness. All the audience first saw was a foot disappearing into the distance. I knocked over a pail of water that ran across the stage and blew out the footprints. Totally nervous, I could not remember my opening lines. I spilt real black ink all over my lavender tights, and upstage in the process, a professional actor pretending he was the door and leaving him corpsed. Shakespeare's plays were not that much better. Some took place in the theatre, some were outdoor in the college grounds. And as Sebastian in The Tempest, I tripped a cable, and that jerked a loudspeaker out of the trees along with 2 technicians who effed and blind in the middle of The Tempest. In Hamlet, I was Laertes. My colleague Rosencrantz set to go down the long flight of stairs at Christchurch College, grasping a blazing lantern. "Christ, I'm on fire!" he screamed as his whole sleeves went up in flames. I grabbed the pail of water and I doused it over the top of him, and talk about gales of laughter in the middle of Hamlet. Comedians, forget Hamlet. In a couple of years after, I became much more comfortable about moving on the stage, remembering my lines at last. And in Dr. Faust, I played a Greek sentry, but the actor was Richard Burton, and I got kissed by Elizabeth Taylor. I was the lonely Greek told, "You do not move, you do not say anything." And it was a great thing. That was the end of my amateur period. But after graduating and moving on, making films for 3 years, I returned to the stage as an apprentice designer working for Sean Kenny. And he was famous for the mechanical sets of Dickens' Oliver, Food, Glorious Food. No longer on the stage, I was now behind the facade. Worked with the Royal Shakespeare Company, designed Macbeth. I went out with actress Nari Dawn Porter, designed theatrical plays in London. I knew comfortable with the language of the theatre. And with Gulliver's Travels, we reached the zenith of stage architecture as my colleagues and I designed huge screens and back projections for Tiny Gulliver, Gulliver Large. In the meantime, and for several years, and I will drop deliberately, I met Orson Welles, Sheila Delaney, Joan Sutherland, Harry Seacombe, Lionel Bart, Albert Finney, Susanna York, Sean Connery, Roger Moore, and many other movie actors and actresses. I worked on the stage design of the Dunes Hotel, Las Vegas, and I designed the Welsh Mobile Theatre. And I would like to add the 5,000-seat SeaWorld Shamu Killer Whale Stadium that is down here in Orlando. So don't put your son on the stage, Mrs. Worthington, was Coward's useless device. Useless. Had he added stage design to the word, I would have been more than happy, for that was my qualified entree into the profession of entertainment architecture and a lifetime of designing fun projects worldwide. Thank you.